There are two things I want to discuss. One is people who say, I'm okay. I'm okay. If a person asks you, are you okay? And you just say, okay, and you know your whole fucking world is crumbling around you, then don't say, I'm okay. If you don't want to talk about it, then just say, I'm going through some shit right now. I don't want to talk about it. That is better than saying, I'm okay. Because you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're trying to make that shit seem like it's not what it is. When it clearly is, if another person outside of you completely sees that you're in distress and is trying to help you. Like, that shit annoys the fuck out of me. The other thing is, there are a lot of people that's awakening now when there have been times and signs when they were shown who they are and that God needs them now. But they are the ones that push that shit off. Like, I don't know what that is. I'm scared of it. I don't know. All of the excuses. Okay, I understand fear, the most prevalent disease that we have on this planet. I get it. However, when you finally do come into your own, don't give me that bullshit like, oh, well, now is when God wanted me to come out. Girl, shut the fuck up. God was showing you signs 50 years ago. And it's just that now you're accepting it because you don't have anywhere else to go or anything else to do. That's what it really is. Stop trying to justify every fucked up thing that you do. Everybody does that. Stop that shit. Own up. This is that whole accountability word that a lot of people are unfamiliar with. Some can't even spell. Like, bitch, we never take accountability for any of the shit that we do. Even when we do it to ourselves, that is the one that pisses me off the most. We do the shit to ourselves and then we want to mope around and expect everyone to surround ourselves with themselves and give all of themselves. When you tell us nothing is wrong. When you say, well, I don't want to be a burden. When you say that I'm okay. What do you expect people to do? Like, people aren't mind readers. Some maybe. But in general, no. We're not going to be saying it. We have our own fucking problems. So if we're extending ourselves and saying, are you okay? I'm here to help. Then accept the fucking help. Accept it. That's what it's there for. Even God says that shit. Like, look, I put people in your life to help you on your journey. Then what the fuck? Oh, God, that gets under my skin. It gets under my skin. If I hit you up out of the blue and say, are you okay? Obviously, I know something is wrong. Tell me that you don't want to talk about it, but you're dealing with something right now. I can respect that. So in turn, I will just check in on you to make sure you're not falling apart or standing on a bridge. That's what I can do. That's what everyone can do. If you open your fucking mouth and say, hey, you know what? I have a problem, but I just don't feel like talking about it right now. People fucking blow me with that bullshit. And then there's a part 2B, I guess. People that say that they are waiting till now or God had other plans for them till now and now is when I'm awakening. No, bitch. So part B is that you've struggled through your life with a whole bunch of shit, especially emotional, trying to figure out yourself. Struggling through lessons and things like that and saying, woe is me, and trying to understand why you're dealing with all of the shit that you're dealing with. It's because you caused the delay. Like, that's all because of you. So the lessons that keep coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, you're being barraged with things that are slapping you in your face like, wake the fuck up, bitch, wake the fuck up, bitch, wake the fuck up, bitch. That's what those things are. So you can't be upset when you have to deal with this bullshit because it's all you. Everything that we do, everything that is going on in our lives, all of that shit is because of us. Even when we lose a loved one, how we grieve is as important as the point of grieving in itself. How we get through that shit is more important than all of that. These are growth emotions. They're not permanent emotions for us to be stunted by. And we have to know that. There are so many people out here who have lost loved ones that just cannot function now. And that's not okay for them at all. Like, death of one person, it doesn't mean the death of you. So you have to grieve that person in a healthy, responsible way. You can't take up drinking, can't take up new drugs. That's not grieving properly. Now, there were people who are so adamant to do things their way that anybody that tries to help them, it can be their own therapist, it could be family members, whoever's in their support system, it could be anyone outside of them that says, hey, you're drinking too much or you're smoking a half pound of weed a week. These things, saying to them, you need to chill on that and find another coping mechanism. They will blow the fuck up and tell people that they have no right to tell them that. And that's their way of grieving. No, it's not healthy at all. I don't give a shit how you feel. It's not fucking healthy. And then these are the same types of people that will lash out on the very people that are trying to help them through their grief. The very ones. So when these people don't take accountability for their own damn actions and their own damn emotions, they make it harder for them to process their grief. They don't go through the process as it's a growth and learning situation. They go through it like, I lost this one person and it's the end of my life. My life. I'm still here, living and breathing. I have family, friends, and shit that I need to tend to. Like, I still do my part. But because this one person died, let me go ahead and just die too. And they think that is okay. That's not grieving. You have officially stopped living yourself. As if that person that passed wants you to do that. Because that's what you feel is the right thing to do. You must die with me. Does that make sense? Is that okay? Was that what people were supposed to do? Because if people died, every time a person died, there wouldn't be any human beings left. There would be none. Like, we still have work here to do. We're still here because we have work here to do. If you can't fucking get through that grief because you haven't learned how to grieve, you haven't grasped the concept of grieving. It all stems from having coping skills to begin with. Because when you have coping skills, you are able to grieve properly. When you don't have coping skills, you're going to be all over the place. You don't know what the fuck to do. You don't know if you're coming and going. And then when the people that are there that are trying to help you get your shit in order, you lash out at them because it's not what you want to do. You don't know. Well, they're trying to help you and guide you. What the fuck? If you are a student in a school and this is the first time you're taking a particular class and you keep telling the teacher, I don't know. The teacher's like, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. I'm trying to teach you. Stop telling me you don't know. You're not actively fucking listening to actively fucking learn. And I understand everybody's life is their own, but damn, people are purposely doing this to themselves. And it's fucking annoying because if I'm telling you these things, that means you're someone in my personal life. And if you're my personal life, I'm choosing for you to be there. And you're not living up to the potential of the person that you were born to be. So this is all on you. Then you want to cry and be suicidal and upset and all that other bullshit because you aren't that person. You aren't living as that person that you're supposed to be. My God, it's so fucking annoying. That is one of the most annoying fucking things on the face of this planet. When people, it's like that stop hitting yourself bullshit. But it's really you hitting yourself. You're hitting yourself and you're like, why is my face black and blue? Why am I punching myself? Only you can stop. Nobody else can stop you. Jesus fucking Christ, God damn. Like, I can't understand how people can be this fucking shit dumb. Like, you're literally doing shit. You know you're doing it. And these are like the stupidest actions you can do. You know you're torturing yourself. You're waterboarding. You're pulling off your own fingernails. And you're wondering why you're suffering. Okay. I'm done with that. Because it's raising my fucking blood pressure over the dumbass shit that other people do. I'm tired of it. And I'm done. This is to say that everyone needs to evaluate their own fucking actions and take accountability and be responsible for the results. These are yours. No one else's. These are yours. If you have an issue with not being the person that you were put here to be and you're just waking up to that, well, kudos for waking up. But I know for a fact that God gave you signs years ago because that's how God works. Period. And the reason you're going through everything that you're going through in life is because you are refusing to see it. It has nothing to do with God needed me to wake up at this particular time. But that was years ago. Your excuse now is that. Like people just try to justify all the dumb shit that we do and try to blame it on everything else except for us. We do so much dumb shit and never take accountability. And that needs to stop. We have to fucking stop. There's a commercial that comes on with the dinosaur and talking about climate change. And the dinosaur itself says, you need to shut the fuck up and do what you're supposed to do. Even the fucking dinosaurs that are instinct in this goddamn commercial is saying, stop making fucking excuses. Stop. Just stop. All you have to do is just shut the fuck up. Shut up and do what the fuck you're supposed to do. So when the fuck does that happen? When does it happen? Do you have to be like 2/3 in the grave before you decide, I'm tired of living this life? Or are you going to just go ahead and kill yourself and then have to come back and do this shit again? Which do you prefer? Because that's where people are heading. There's so many people out there who just will not. They will not do what's right and what they need to do for them. It can be right in their face. They can have everybody in their lives telling them the same exact fucking thing, and they will still stand there and say, I don't know what the fuck to do, and be crying and want to whine about the bullshit when it's right fucking there. Those people, I don't have any tolerance for anymore. People would rather go to random strangers that don't know anything about what's really going on with them. Now, I know some of it is a judgment factor, and some people just don't want motherfuckers to know their business. But at the same time, people that know you, that see you, and they aren't paid to see you, are the ones that can give you the best insight into yourself. The people that you pay, they're making money off of your sorrow. So of course they're not going to want to heal you immediately. They're healing every goddamn body, then they don't have business. Let's not forget the ones that fucking can prescribe medications. What the fuck do you think they're doing? So sometimes we have to stop and trust people who really want the best for us, not the best for their own pockets. But anyway, all of this is to say, there are people in your lives that God put there specifically to help you. And it goes back again to the second thing. We just don't pay attention to that shit. We don't take heed to it. We want to do our own things as if it's been working all of this time. We want to do our own damn things when God puts everything in our way so that we don't do those things. And what do? We suffer even more because we're not following what it is that God needs us to do. And it has to stop. We have to stop doing that. And I'm not going to say we, because this is because there are multitudes of people that's doing this shit. So I'm not going to say we. You people, you need to stop doing that shit. Stop. If somebody asks me how I'm doing, I'm going to tell you. I am going to tell you. And I don't give a shit if you meant it and, just as a courtesy, look, how you doing? All right, let's move on with the conversation. I don't really care. You know what, bitch? No, you asked me how I'm doing. This is what the fuck is going on. The end. If you really didn't want to know, then don't ask. Don't ask. Don't be courteous. Say something else. Hello. Pleasure to see you today. How can I help you? That is a better way. Don't say hello. How are you? I don't know. You don't really want to know. So don't ask. I hate that shit. Don't be fake. Be real. Be fucking real. But be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. If you know you can't look in a fucking mirror because you don't like what you see, then fix it and stop making everybody else's life miserable. If you can't look in a fucking mirror, first of all, that's a problem for you. You need some internal work. You need to fix that shit because the devil can never look himself in the face. He will always recoil. So if you can't look at yourself in the face, you need to figure out what the fuck is going on there and fix it. You can't look in a mirror. You can't look at yourself. It's a problem somewhere, a huge problem. And that is the root of your issues, obviously. You can't say the God side of you, if it exists, is the one that's keeping you from being a happy, healthy person. No, that's not the truth at all. So fix yourself. Stop looking for other motherfuckers to do it. You have the problem, you fix it. There are people in your life to help you. You have everything at your disposal to help you. Use it. Don't tell it it's wrong. Whether it's a support system or a person, whoever the fuck it is, don't tell them they're wrong. They're the ones that's there to help you. You're the one that's fucked up. And then people, last thing, if you're fucked up, stop telling other people they're fucked up because you want miserable company too. No, stop that shit. If you're miserable, don't tell someone else that they're miserable when they're clearly not. You just want them to be miserable with you. You want to take away their happiness and their poor, high vibrating energy. Either to siphon it from them so you can have some, or just to, again, make people feel like shit because you are. Stop doing that. Everyone here deserves happiness, including your fucked up ass. So fix it. Fix yourself. Stop blaming others. Like, you could be poor and then blame other people. No, get up and do the things to make you rich. In this sense, you're spiritually poor, emotionally poor. And these are things that you're born with. So why are you expecting people outside of you to fix it and to give it to you? This is your own shit. So fucking fix it. Stop blaming others. Blame yourself. Take accountability for the bullshit that you're doing and fix it. It's not that hard. You're making it hard.